Hi, I'm Melissa. Um, Welcome to my channel. I'm new to YouTube, so forgive me. Nothing flashy or anything. I'm just a normal person. Um, I don't come on YouTube to just try to get everyone to waste all their time watching my videos and be sucked into stuff. And I have real messages. I'm putting myself on the internet because I actually feel that I have something to offer the world. I'm just different. So if you bear with me, and continue to come back for the message and share and sow a seed, or at least accept the seed that I'm trying to sow, um, I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. So, I just picked up my Bible and I was just thinking, like always, before I want to open the Bible, what does God want me to read? What is the message that I may need to hear, or someone else, whether I was going to film or not? I wasn't thinking of filming, but it was just, I opened it and I didn't even look at the top to think of where I'd opened to. I just looked at what I started reading, and I was drawn or called to film. So, um, thank you. Thank you for listening, and um, I appreciate any feedback. Obviously, I'm going to read a few scriptures, and to me, it's very important with the times now. I think that the old prophets, the Bible, everything is very applicable to now, even Old Testament, even when it's not Revelation. God's always revealing the future in the past, in the Bible. That's why you're supposed to meditate on His Word. You're supposed to read it. It's supposed to be your bread of life, right? Water, an everlasting life, the Word of God. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to read from Isaiah. Is where I opened it to. I didn't have a marker in here, but I went to Isaiah 9, but where I had opened it was all the way to 9, verse 8. The pride of the Ephraim. Okay, so I'm going to read that. So Isaiah 9, verse 8. The Lord sent a word unto Jacob, and it hath lightened upon Israel. And all the people shall know, even Ephraim and the inhabitants of Samaria, that say in the pride and stoutness of heart, the bricks are fallen down, but we will build with hewn stones. The sycamores are cut down, but we will change them into cedars. Therefore the Lord shall set up the adversaries of reason against him, and join his enemies together. The Syrians before, and the Philistines behind, and they shall devour Israel with open mouth. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. For the people turn not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord of hosts. Therefore the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day. The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. For the leader of this people caused them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their younger men, neither shall have mercy on the fatherless and widows. For everyone is a hypocrite, an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. For wickedness burneth as the fires, it is shall devour the barriers and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up the smoke. Through the wrath of the Lord of the host is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be sanctified. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. That is just seeing that. And then it goes into end of verse 20. Okay, so 8 to 20. Just even that. Don't you see it already happening nowadays? With the war that's still going on in Israel with Hamas, and then other wars, and then with the Pope having all whatever his memoir. I just saw something about that. I'm like, what? Pope Francis, he's definitely helping issuing in the Antichrist. I'm sorry, anyone that doesn't believe that there's people that are in our systems that are already out there that have been leading everyone astray. When he said that it was okay for a man and a woman to get married, or not, or a man or a woman, excuse me, that you could have transgender people get married, that it's okay in the eyes of God, is what I mean. Or someone that is of the same sex. God said that he made man and woman so they could multiply, so they could make children. Biologically, homosexuals, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman wanting to be with the same sex, okay? It's not heterosexual behavior. It's homosexual behavior. Okay, that is not how God designed us to think. Only Lucifer started making man thinking that, because then you're not going to have children. You're not going to do the right thing. Even if you choose to not have kids, you still know that, like, men and women are the only way that you need to fertilize the seed, the egg. A woman can't get another woman pregnant. A man can't get another man pregnant because a man doesn't have a uterus. A man doesn't have ovaries that supplies an egg that can get fertilized, and doesn't have the intricate system of a womb. And that is one reason why that it seems like the world has an agenda out for women, and us being the ones that giving life. We're the ones giving birth. That our bodies are like portals in time, and tethered to God, the Creator. Him putting the souls in the bodies that we birth into the world. And then we teach our children. That's why whenever a man isn't part of that, the women, you notice the children that are raised only by women, as long as the women aren't toxic, usually those children, even without a father in the home, turns out fine, because usually a lot of them are Christians or rely on God in some kind of way, because they know that at least that man isn't going to forsake them or their children they brought in the world. Other men can forsake their children and their wives all they want if they want to be wicked and selfish. Why bring children in the world if you're not going to help them? And if you're going to just turn into these lustful whatever and just keep being with any woman, just for what? Just keep multiplying and not care about the children that you're bringing into the world? It's sickening. I won't even say what I would like to happen to half of you men that just rape women that are still out there. I don't want to put any of that. So it might be a trigger warning to anyone or word on the internet. I don't really care. You guys need to stop being triggered by the wrong things and be triggered by the right things. Like, half of this stuff that's happened, wrath of God is coming because of it. For people being prideful. When it talks about the pride and then build, their pride and stoutness of heart. Turn away from your pride and stoutness of heart. Stop boasting yourselves above another person if you know that there are things that you need to stop doing. So don't be a hypocrite. Realize that you don't know everything, that maybe your life isn't the way you want it to be at this point because you're hanging out with the wrong people and you're doing the wrong things. In some sense, there's still something that you have to change in your life, or a lot of things. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I've had to deal with a lot of things and I've changed my life. I did the work. I'm still doing the work. I don't give up. So, I'm saying, what's everyone else's excuse at this point? The year 2025, what is everyone's excuse to not know who Lord Jesus is, who the true creator is, and the truth about what the fallen has been doing to society? What systems are actually corrupt? Who's actually corrupt? We need to get them out of power, these wicked people, and actually get people that have skills, that are good people, that would do those positions and do the right thing. We need to put those people in power. We could actually bring some major change on this earth if people awaken to the righteousness that they hold in them, or that they're capable of being righteous instead of sinful, and how you could do so much more with your love and light and your righteous life than in a sinful life. That's where the riches and abundance is. That's where happiness is. Treating everyone how you're supposed to, like you would want to be treated. Love your neighbor as yourself. Forgive them when they hurt you. Right? We forgive those who trespass against us. Right? And we know God's not going to lead us into temptation. You lead yourself into temptation. You choose with your willpower that He gives you to do all of these things, and every thought that you act on, every emotion you act on. Control yourselves. Center yourselves. Think about who you are. You're supposed to be your most authentic self in this world, not this made-up version that a lot of people have been putting out there. Stop being prideful. Please realize that a lot of you are freaking hypocrites. I'm no hypocrite. There is so much that I'm going to be exposing, so just wait. If you are watching and you're actually one of the people that's been out to try to stop me from doing what God has called me to do, even if it's some inner thing inside you that has been against me because you're believing a lie or something, you can't stop me. You can't stop God's plan. You can't stop his chosen. And he said, touch not my anointed. You fill in the rest. Find it in here. So you see. I'm not afraid of any man, woman, or child doing any weird stuff, even magic. All right? So if you're out there and you're just wishing harm on me when you've stumbled upon my channel, you've got to this point, I'm not afraid of you, and I think you're a scum. If you don't like me and you or God, the light that I have shining from inside, who I am and the message that I bring, that I'm the spirit of truth. Well, I don't really care what happens to you then. If you hate me, I've already forgiven you, whoever you are, and I'm letting it be up to God, so that's it. And I'm letting any of this that I put on the internet, it's up to God who's going to receive what I have to say. Or if you're going to just think that I'm crazy or whatever. Nowadays, I thought that people just grew up and stopped doing magic and weird crap, but apparently not. Apparently not. People are still insane with that. They're worse. They're hiding it. Even Christians are hiding that they're doing weird stuff, saying they're Christians. I know a bunch of you. God's revealed who you are, and I will oust you by name. All of you in your secret covens, or that you've been doing any kind of witchcraft in your life since being a Christian, that you've said that you changed, if you've ever, since then, the Lord will reveal it to me, and I will put it out there. All of you that have been doing weird stuff, magic on me, or wishing harm on me in my life, all of that comes back to you. I'm not doing anything to you. You do it to yourselves. Wickedness only brings destruction on yourself. So, I hope you stop doing what you're doing for your own good. Otherwise, there's purgatory and hell. That's it. And thank you, anyone else that has been listening. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that I get serious like that, but I've been tested by too many people recently. I'm just fed up with people being just so disgusting. People need to wake up, start acting right, or a horrible thing will happen. God's wrath. You're lucky you're not smited right in your shoes. So turn away from what you've been doing. Stop being wicked or hypocrites, and don't be lukewarm. Turn up the heat for God, please. Teach your children now. Start making changes for your children now. Cut out these vices and other things now. Do the best you can now. God will see that you make the effort. That's all. He sees everything. Angels see everything. Every word you speak. There's angels recording every moment. Okay? So there are always consequences, whether you believe it or not. It's seen. God sees all. He has ability to see everything from all corners of the world. And I've called judgment on a bunch of you. So what you think that you got away with, you didn't. Not spiritually. You've been already in spiritual court. Now we'll see what happens at the end for your judgment. Are you able to change your destiny, where you're going to end up or not? That's up to you and God, right? All of you. All right. Love and light. God bless. Thank you. Bye.